All right, what's up? It's Joel.pkg, your favorite rising social media influencer. And today I'm back with another video. So in this series of Project Model, I'm basically going to give you the tips and tricks you need to go from the ground up to the top, to ranking up. One of the key things that you need to work on is your portfolio. And the only way to do that is through pictures. Lots and lots of pictures. Something that I always find myself bouncing back and forth with is photo shoots and runways. A lot of people lean more towards one way, but I'd say for me, it's about 50-50. So I think with that gives me a unique perspective on how to navigate through that. I can't really tell you which one's better than the other, but they are pretty different. So I'd say the great things about runways are the exposure. There's a lot of other models that are there. There are a lot of designers, a lot of creatives and influencers that show up to these shows. A lot of time and effort is put into just setting them up, along with the promotions that come with it. It's really a lot of work involved. But yeah, it's like easy access to designers. Maybe you're not walking for a designer in particular, but they might see your walk and might want to collaborate with you. I personally have like a few designers that I do keep in contact with, and from time to time they will pull me to help them out with their projects and stuff like that. So that's pretty cool. Just putting yourself out there, interacting with people and stuff like that is a great way to build industry recognition. And then obviously you have photographers and videographers that come to these shows. You'll get your pictures no matter what. There's someone taking pictures of you at some angle. The best places to go to these are fashion weeks, New York Fashion Week, Milan, so on and so forth. I personally have only done New York Fashion Week. I do plan on doing other stuff in the future, but for now, one step at a time. So now I'll get into the cons. These aren't meant to steer you away from fashion shows, but these are things that you need to keep in mind. For starters, there's casting calls. You're standing in line waiting to walk and hoping that someone's going to pick you. Apart from that, there's also rehearsals. So if you do get picked, you have to do a follow-up rehearsal. Then comes show day. A lot of the times you're there for hours on end before the show actually starts because you have to get your hair and makeup done. You have to put on the clothes, make sure that everything fits properly. You also have to deal with rehearsing and practicing the walks, getting your bearings straight on how the runway is supposed to be, because it's not the same walk out, walk down, and back. I've done some where I'm walking down the steps, walking in zigzags. There's flooding as well. And then the tricky part, your poses. The runway itself is pretty short. If you don't get your poses right, you're not standing on the right spot on the stage or platform or wherever you're walking, you might not get the best pictures. It also sucks if the lighting isn't the greatest. You could feel like you killed it while you were walking across the stage, but then get your pictures back and realize maybe the camera didn't get your best angle, or it caught you mid pose. And honestly, you just have to remember to hold your pose for a couple seconds, practice posing in the outfits before you step onto the stage. And then there's also a lot of rejections, a lot of no's. Sometimes you might feel some type of way because some people got like multiple designers wanting them and you only got one. But try to make the most out of what you got. So the other topic is photo shoots. Even if it's just an hour worth of taking pictures, you're taking multiple pictures. There are going to be mess ups, but there are also going to be great ones. While you're getting your photos taken, the photographer can show you the pictures that they've taken so far so that you get an idea of how things are looking. There's ample time to adjust the lighting, get angles right, try out different poses and stuff like that. It's not as fast as modeling shows are. There's no prep time or anything like that. And the great thing is you're not dealing with rejections as much. What I've noticed is photographers either come up to you from fashion shows or you might pop up on their Instagram feed and they might be thinking of collabing. So that saves you the 1 hour of standing in line, waiting for a chance to possibly be picked for a show that's going to happen like a month from now. If you get into serious photo shoots, those are usually some sort of brand campaign, which is, in my opinion, feels a bit more professional. And ideally, that's what people love to see. So now I will say the biggest con is you probably won't get as much exposure with photo shoots as you would with runways. Apart from that, runways are a lot easier to apply for, and I think you have a higher chance of getting into it. Whereas certain photographers are selective with the type of people they take pictures of and the type of shoots they like to do. So I'd say photo shoots are a lot more restrictive at times. But yeah, I'd say if you combine the two, you have a great opportunity going for you. As a beginner, which would I say is better? It depends. At the end of the day, I think you can reach your same goal. Future Joel here. I don't know what I was talking about in the rest of the video. Like, it was just a whole bunch of rambling. So I decided to just cut it out and throw it away. All I'm trying to say is, as a beginner model, you want to do both. You probably should do both. It's a lot easier to get into fashion shows like runways. And through that, you network and you talk to photographers, follow them on Instagram and stuff like that. And then from there, you collaborate with them. So now you have pictures of you doing runways and you have pictures of you doing photo shoots. Now I don't get photo shoots as much, but I definitely get runways a lot more because it's, you apply, you show up for the casting, and sometimes there's photographers there that are taking pictures of you guys or of people during the castings. So pictures right there that you can upload and whatnot. And from there, as you get more seasoned and you meet more connections and you do more opportunities and stuff like that, then you can start to branch out into which one you prefer to do. Personally, I think from like talking to a lot of people, it seems like most people prefer to do photo shoots, which I totally understand, less hassle and all that, but runways are also pretty fun. Um, it's a pretty fun experience. Plus, you're putting yourself out there way more than you could with anything else. Because could you imagine just walking down a runway with people on all sides just watching you? No, it seems nerve wracking. But if you can conquer that, then you can conquer the world. Peace and love.